What's up, L Prey? Guys, once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. I am always wrong, but the Blue Foundation is always right. This is the worst show with the best community, and I'm grateful to all the best community jumping on in. Thanks for hitting the like on the way in. Thanks to any new subscribers helping us get to 6K. Thanks to any new members to the channel. Grateful. Guys, we got some cryptos to talk about. We'll jump into some of the deep reds of the day. Silver Days in the chat. Good to see you. Happy Friday, all. Happy payday. Hopefully we accumulated some deep reds today. Not bad. Not bad in some of these deep reds. Sorry, guys. I got to get this trade in or else I'll have like no energy for this trade. Just came off work. So just finishing these last couple of bites. I appreciate the patience. Should have probably be doing this before the live, but all right. What is up, Blue Foundation? I appreciate everybody jumping on in. We got some deep reds to go over today. Short video, busy day, but you guys know the deal. I'm so grateful for your support as always. Guys, we've been seeing Regen making 15% gains in the last couple of hours or so. Got to get some Regen at 002. Now rising on up to 003. Let's go Regen Network. Let's keep going. Let's create some 000 opportunities. Right? Bradley in the house. 4 zeros. 4 zeros. 2. Moving on up to 403. Let's go. Let's just keep building up levels with the AI Red Share project. Right? Regen. Very interesting use case. AI agents becoming assets, right? Not just tools, but they themselves becoming assets. Their revenue that they make with their tokenized assets that they create going to the humans. Humans having claims in AI agent revenue. Tokenized rev share of AI agents. Let's freaking go. So Regen, loving the coffee money opportunities there. What's up, L Prey? Good to see you. Bradley in the house. Dude, 17 starting off strong. If we can get 17 likes to start off the stream, that would be amazing. Shout out to everybody here. Got XPX, the big star, still at 0003. CBDC, end-to-end CBDC tech sprint winner at 9 billion supply. We also got Anchor protocol. Anchor at 006. People forgetting about Anchor. We'll take advantage, man. 10 billion supply. You know, try to get a good amount of these. Maybe, 1,000 or 10,000 Anchor and see what happens during the bull cycle. If this thing starts going to pennies or hell, even maybe 25 pennies, we made some good stuff right there. We got options. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. I am always wrong, but the Blue Foundation is always right. This is the worst show with the best community, and I'm so grateful to the best community jumping on in. We went from 19 viewers to straight up just 9 viewers all of a sudden. Gotta love the way the algorithm works. We go to QuantX, Quant platform, right? QuantX has got IBM connections. They're a quantum resistant crypto, considered so by some big, pretty big regulators and companies. QuantX looking really good here as a, quantum resistant smart contracts platform and being able to deploy smart contracts in any language. Looking very good for QuantX right here. Definitely looking like they're trying to sneak this one under the rug at a penny. 2.2 billion supply. We like Naoris at around 3 cents, 4 cents. Naoris, 4 billion supply. Cybersecurity layer, without a doubt. Moonfeather in the house. Happy Venus Day. Happy Venus. Let's go. Freya today. Khan in the house. What's up, Khan? Good to see you, man. Appreciate everybody jumping on in. Much love to the Blue Foundation, and thanks to the Green Giants once again signing up to be a Green Giant. Get to ask as many questions as you want. By the way, speaking of questions, we're answering some questions that I haven't gotten to all of them yet, but I looked into Sidekick ecosystem and the K token, and then I looked into Zen crypto. I didn't get a chance to see its chart for Zen crypto, but I got to see what it was about. Right, and Zen crypto looking to be a disinflationary ecosystem built on top of Ethereum. So this is an Ethereum layer 2 that is allowing, fast, efficient payments, or allowing fast, efficient, decentralized applications, smart contracts, being able to use multiple naming services. ZEN or XEN is very interesting in terms of, a speculative play. I would say I don't really dig that it's inflationary, but it's a very community-driven token, and it seems like it's for one of those who like the consensus that it's going with, which is proof of participation. It's an X crypto, right? XEN's an X crypto, but it is built on top of layer, Ethereum. It is a layer 2 project, take that as you will, and it's also inflationary to a certain extent. There is no fixed supply for XEN. We do like that it's trying to drive for decentralization and user and rewarding user participation in the ecosystem, right? Unlike proof of stake, unlike proof of work, you got proof of participation where the ecosystem gets stronger the more participants come in, and the mining of Zen becomes more difficult with more participants, right? Very interesting to see what XEN could do, but once again, not a fixed supply, take that as you will, but interesting crypto, black and white crypto logo as well. X crypto, once again, built on top of Ethereum, but looking to be it is multi-chain across BNB, Base, Solana, and such. Sidekick ecosystem, the K token, Sidekick ecosystem, being a live streaming rewards platform in a way, live-fi they like to call it, right? So K token becoming the token that is the the distribution of tips and fees and rewards in the Sidekick ecosystem. Sidekick seems really interesting, especially as a live streamer, right? We've been waiting for YouTube to do something like this. Hell, YouTube did have something like this. YouTube had this with Coil back in the day, right? Where if you signed up for a Coil membership, right? The Interledger Sandbox, I like to call it, the Interledger Protocol Sandbox, Coil, working across websites, blogs, streaming, right? Across YouTube. So if you had a Coil, you were doing micropayments to me because I'm also Coil enabled, right? So Coil users would be rewarding other Coil users with their attention. Right, and Sidekick ecosystem looks like it's doing something like that in terms of like using K token for tipping. But I would love if they implemented something where it's like micropayments. You don't even have to, like, if you're tipping, you're just kind of doing it because you want to and support the stream. But just watching already supports the stream. The live streamers already get rewards in K token, right? Just by live streaming and getting attention of viewers. The viewers are sending micropayments. Right, so that's what I want to see for Sidekick ecosystem. I do like that it's multi-chain. K token has been running those, so I don't know if I want to chase the pump on this crypto. It's already been up like what 40% in the past 24 hours or 50% in the past 7 days. I might have to wait if there's ever going to be a deep reds. It is a very low supply. It's at 0.008. Don't know if the supply is capped yet. But Sidekick ecosystem seems pretty interesting. Hopefully XRP Master, that's a good answer for your project there. I don't know if I'll be chasing the pump, but we'll add it to the list and definitely keep it in mind in terms of when it comes to the deep reds. Elon in the house. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Good to have Elon finally. Where you been, my man? We were just talking about Neuralink yesterday. Control video games with your brain, control content with your brain. You don't even have to move around. You're going to have so much, mental health issues keeping you still. developed physical issues because of your mental health issues, keeping you still. So we'll just put a little chip in your brain and you can just control what you're looking at on the screen. You can navigate the metaverse as if you're walking and fully healthy, doing what you like, giving us all your attention and data on a screen. Mo Zerps in the house. IXSG. Want me to look into IXS? Okay. Man, giving me more homework, AM1? Really? Giving me more homework? You son of a gun. All right, L Pray. So hopefully that was a good enough Zen crypto explanation and answer. I appreciate the support and the donation. Once again, seems like an interesting project. I do like that it's an X crypto black and white. I don't mind that it's a layer 2, but I just kind of have to keep that in mind that, you know, I don't want to get too hyped up in thinking that this is like the blue chip of blue chips, right? It probably would be if proof of participation becomes a standard, right? Where that starts to become the incentive that a lot of other blockchains start to follow, is this idea that participating in the ecosystem outside of just staking, actually building and doing things on the blockchain, helps increase, you know, the strength of that blockchain. We talked about IXS before. Seems to look pretty low. Okay, we'll look into IXS again. February 17th, solar eclipse, Chinese New Year, new moon. I mean, dude, you got the trifecta. You got the trifecta there. Right, moon feather. That's freaking crazy, right? That's freaking crazy. Can't believe it. So shout out to everybody. We talked Regent just now, guys. Appreciate those who are jumping in, hitting the likes. Thanks to the 11 viewers, the 11 faithful viewers on this Friday. I'm so grateful. And thanks for hitting the likes, you guys. As we move on, Constellation and DAG. Constellation and DAG at a penny. We can be freaking providing staking rewards or, you know, liquidity pool, providing our DAG and liquidity pools with PACA or, you know, some other crypto tokens to just start earning and getting some other Constellation ecosystem cryptos like DOR. 2.6 billion supply, even PACA, DAG. I mean, that whole ecosystem is just being slept on in a big way, and people are just underestimating it. I think it starts to open some eyes in this next bull cycle. They've been progressively just expanding and growing. It's been interesting following their journey in the past, you know, 9 years here. OpenX AI looking to be the operating system for AI infrastructure, decentralized AI applications. 9 cents, 100 million supply, negative 75% down. I don't mind getting whole numbers of 100 million supply. Hell yeah. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for the support as always. You like DAGs? Oh, you mean dogs? Sure, I like DAGs. I like DAGs. Silver Days XRP. But I like money more. I like fighting more. Shout out to everybody. HNS, man, handshake token fulfilling its only gap, man. It's the only one focused on decentralized naming service throughout Web3. I like that utility. I like that use case. I like that there's utility from Cosmos ecosystem projects on handshake token. AKT, Akash, has talked about utilizing HNS and handshake. This is great to see other projects seeing the value of decentralized naming service, especially if you're a decentralized storage provider. You're full on about decentralization and you know what layers are necessary, right? Isn't DAG slang for cigarette? I think it's probably the other one, AM Wood. I think it's the one with the F. But it could be wrong. I'm excited for February. Dude, we're not even in the new year. We're just in this nice little lull where we get to continue accumulating whole numbers of deep reds before this fire horse starts to go off. I'm not going to say right away in February we start booming. But you just never know from there, man. It's all wide open for the rest of the year out. Let's see where it goes. Let's see where it goes. And maybe we have some catalysts that, you know, make it bearish somehow in the year of the sun. Shout out to everybody. Happy Friday, guys. Rye Guy in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you jumping on in. IOTA, Internet of Things, man. IOTA's been pretty impressive in the bear cycle right now, getting listings on Uphold and other exchanges, getting more, getting more recognized. You got Layer Zero building a bridge with them. You got, I think, possibly XLR creating a bridge with them. You got 9 cents, 74% down, 2.7 billion supply for IOTA. I mean, yeah, the Internet of Sensors stuff is going to be a reality, and there's very few of them, right? Just in the way that there's very few doing decentralized storage, just in the way there's very few doing digital identity, right? Which all of them are absolutely necessary. Just very few that are doing decentralized naming service, cybersecurity infrastructure across machines, keeping machines accountable, because you got a compromised machine, you get compromised AI agents, blockchain, and the like, right? Naoris, man, 3 cents, 4 billion supply, loving some Naoris. Eden, Open Eden, got some Open Eden at 6 cents, negative 55% down, 1 billion supply. Don't mind going with this RWA play. I think it's being slept on. Weird black and white crypto logo as well. A Ripple connected. BlackRock connected. Hidden Road connections and others. Can't talk about the big star enough, man. XPX, enjoying the days of 0003 XPX. Enjoying it. Celebrating, right? We asked for this back in October. Right? We were like, oh, please, just give us one more chance. Give us one more chance at 0003, 0002 XPX. I dare you, right? So we got to be, following our talk here. I accumulated some Regent today, right? Got some Regent at 402. But I want to get into XPX, man. I want to start jumping in on XPX here a little bit more. Enjoying the 0003 days. Aqua, enjoying converting my DogStar rewards into Aqua, man. I'm just stacking. Like I got like 1,000. I was letting my DogStar build up in rewards, and I got like 1,000 Aqua just easy. Just converting DogStar rewards. Gotta love the building up of the XLM ecosystem. Being able to get blue bricks, being able to get whole numbers of Stellar. Let's freaking go. Got a bag of Aqua after catching you on Uncle Buster. Dude, Vonderbong. The Aqua must flow. My dude, the Aqua must flow, and I appreciate everybody who's been supporting us from XRP Boardroom and Coffee Time Crypto. I appreciate those who are, supporting the channel. Helps us out. We got a shadow ban channel here. We've been doing this for 9 years, right? And there's obviously reasons why they want to keep it quiet. Once again, not a financial advisor, not a pro trader. I'll never tell you what to do. I am always wrong, but the Blue Foundation is always right. This is the worst show with the best community. And thank you to the best community hitting the like and subscribing and being members. Once again, ask as many questions as you want if you're a member, right? If you're a blue wrench or a gray, just a base 99-cent super chat. Imagine we moon during our upcoming trip to the moon, or is it going to be a fake out? Man, I just really hope that there's the thing I'm worried about, right, guy, is there's a catalyst that just ruins it, right? Just absolutely ruins it, or puts it on pause for a good while till the end of the year or something like that, right? Until after, midsummer or something. I'm hoping we can just get up and start going, right? Because we've had such a long bear cycle already, historically long. I'm hoping we have a historically long bull cycle. I hope that 2026 is just the year dreams are made of, right? I hope that, everything we want, because they're going to try to buy us out, guys. They're going to give us a very wonderful price. They're going to give us an offer we can't refuse. They're going to want us to cash out as many of our digital assets as possible and give it back to them, right? And then they're going to tax us for it. Dude, they got us in a sandwich situation here. How freaking crazy is that? Not only are they going to be getting the tokens from you at a cheaper price than what they're going to make it in the future, but they're also going to tax you on the gains that they just gave you to get it freaking back. So they're even getting it at less of a cost. These sons of a guns, right? They know what they don't know what they're doing, but sometimes they know what they're freaking doing. So I just, we know a cyber event's going to be the thing that turns it around, right? That's going to full on flip of the switch. There's no other way about it. You just need an outage. You just need a compromise of a machine or a system for the world to start totally being on board with cybersecurity, just so they can have their hits of the internet, right? People are going to go nuts if the internet goes down for a lengthy period of time, right? They're going to be craving for that to come back and in a more secure way. It's going to be on blockchain. It's going to be using DAGs. It's got to be a dramatic shift. Unfortunately, I'm not saying like, oh man, hey, it's Chainlink said they'll 10x the whole market overnight. I don't know if that's even in a speculative sense or not, if that's even really utility. Right? In speculation, I can even see that kind of happening, right? You're just going to be up all night going, holy cow, look where crypto is going right now. We just moved like 100% in a single freaking day, right? We just moved 200% in a single freaking day. It's going to be crazy when we see fat green candles just one after the other for, a few weeks to maybe a couple of months. Hell, man, if this is a long bull cycle, just imagine the utter euphoria and the FOMO that is going to come in from everybody who had friends who were in crypto, right? And they're going to have easier ways to onboard onto crypto. They're only making it easier and easier to speculate, right? You got all the doors open during this bear cycle: PayPal, Venmo, Stripe, Robinhood, Apple Pay, Google Pay. You got all the doors are opening, right? We haven't seen a bull cycle post Gensler. We haven't seen what a bull cycle looks like post Gensler. We got that nice little relief rally during the election, right? But that was not the real bull cycle, man. That was not the real bull cycle. Shout out everybody here. Much love to the Blue Foundation and the Green Giants. You guys are awesome. Much love to all of y'all. Good times. What's up, D Curry? Good to see you. But yeah, guys, 0003 XPX, they don't know what they're doing. They think they can sneak this one under. They go, hey, let's announce it as a CBDC tech sprint winner in 2022 during a bear cycle. Let's make some deals. Let's keep this CEO quiet as heck. Dude, before that tech sprint, he was all over the place. If you check out the founder, he has a funny name, but Lon Wong, LON space WONG, Sirius Chain or Proxima X, and you check out his freaking lectures. This guy loved talking about the project. All of a sudden, they win the tech sprint. They sign some deals. They do some NDAs. NDAs usually have like a 4 to 6 year lifespan. We're hitting year 4. We're hitting year 4 of things to possibly start being revealed. Right? They're already slowly creeping on out. They released their storage mainnet last year. We're almost to the 1 year anniversary of that. They released their Sirius MX wallet. Right? Anyone buy Regent? I've been buying Regent, man. I accumulated some Regent with coffee money and it felt good. It felt good, dude. Holy cow. Getting 100,000. Getting 100,000 Regent for like, what, $3, $2? Easy. Don't even have to think about it again. Right? I'll just take the win with that, right? This thing's got to prove itself to me. You're going to be giving me AI revenue, right? You're going to start making AI, DeFi, basically. Agents giving humans rewards for their income from the tokens that they create. AI agents creating tokens, right? Creating their own market. AI agents themselves becoming tokenized and ownable assets. AI as an asset. Regent. Why not? 4 zeros. 4 freaking zeros. Weird black and white crypto logo. Built on ETH. Not built on ETH. Built on Base. But interconnectiveness with the Ethereum naming service so far for security. Right? I think they should switch over to HNS sometime soon. Handshake token. But hey, at least they're on a blockchain-based naming service that's supposedly known for very high security. NDAs expire when both parties agree to do so. Exactly. XR Papa. But they usually give it a certain lifespan, and it's been perfect the way that they have done it. You had the bearishness of 2022 and 2023. People totally forget about that crypto. Right? You have Lon Wong basically silent, but still showing behind-the-scenes development, GitHub updates. We don't know what their private GitHub repos look like. We can only, assume. But yeah, NDAs, that NDA journey is coming to an end pretty soon, right? Usually they got a 4 to 6 year life cycle, and it's already been bubbling on up. in 2024, 2025, right? Excited to see what they do in 2026. The year of the sun, the year of the hidden sun. That's what they used to call the Sirius star, right? In Egypt, the hidden sun. They aligned the freaking pyramids with Sirius, with Orion's belt. Let's freaking go. Rebirth, regeneration. They rebirthed themselves from Proxima Sirius chain to just Sirius chain. They did a little rebrand. They became ready for the dragonfly, if you will, to fly out of the water. They grow under the water and then they fly on out. The messenger between two worlds. That's why they're called Dragonfly FinTech. Dude, Ripple is called Ripple for liquidity. By the way, some esoteric stuff with Ripple. There's a Ripple TV show on Netflix. It's called Ripple. It's not about Ripple, the company, in any way, shape, or form. It's about the consequences of people's actions, but nonetheless, released in 2025. A show called Ripple, right? Is it 4028? Yes, Regent, R-E-G-E-N-T. Black and white crypto logo, tokenized rev share of AI agents, 4028. Why not, man? This kind of feels like, the last time I felt like this was like something like, it didn't turn out well. I mean, it kind of did turn out well if you took the profits. If you didn't, then, it is what it is. And who knows what, if it's still coming back or not. But NLT, no limit token, if you guys remember from back in the day, right? It was like 4 zeros 10, even 5 zeros 2 or something. And we're just like, why not? Right? Kin has that feeling right now. Kin's at like 6 zeros, right? We can become a Kin billionaire, right? We can become a Kin billionaire and see if this thing will ever come back to life. No longer dealing with the SEC. That's pretty nice. But why not? Why not just, get a little radical with our coffee money sometimes? And, I mean, dude, the thing is, if those things end up popping off, the $5, the ROI will probably be higher than a lot of digital assets out there. If they do. Once again, if. Not very likely. Very high risk. But hey, man, $5 can turn into 500. I'll take it just by killing a couple of zeros. So Kin, 6 zeros, 4 zeros Regent, right? Pretty easy to get $1 million for some of y'all. Hell, that's a few coffee days for me. Damn, maybe I keep buying it for 2 more days. Try to get a milli of Regen. Hopefully it doesn't continue to go up too high. Elon has a rocket called Dragon. No way, Moon Feather Rising. Stop it. Stop it right now. Stop it right now. Let's go. Blue Dragon's coming, dude. Disney's sneaky, man. They're doing such a good job of making nobody interested in DRGN. They're doing a very good job. Freaking sneaky little Disney, right? Thinking that what's funny? Everybody talks about all these other, companies that are associated with blockchain and payments and stuff like that. Nobody ever thinks about Disney. And Disney is basically going to own the freaking world. It's going to be a Disney world, right? Dragon Chain, man, looking like they could be a major part of that. Club Millie G, dude, I might work my way for a Millie Regent for sure. R-E-G-E-N-T. We'll see. They don't know what they're doing. You're going to give us tokenized AI rev share? I'll take that every day. AI agents are going to be freaking doing the transactions for us. You're going to give me rev share on that just by owning an AI agent or owning this digital asset? I'll take that all the way to the bank. Thank you. I'll be able to own AI agents that make me passive income. Okay, sounds good. Earns me extra drops. All right. How much is it? Coffee money? Just in case it doesn't work and it goes away tomorrow. Might have to skip a couple of days of coffee for some Regen at 4 zeros. Once again, not trying to hype, not trying to shill. Ski Mask Citizen jumping on in. Sorry, man. Sorry that you're late, my dude. You missed out. You missed out on all the gains. Everybody was making gains up until you just started coming in. Now it's retracing. We took profits already, though. We already took profits, man. Shout out to you, Ski Mask. Guys, we got XPL, Plasma, stablecoin infrastructure crypto, 115 million, negative 65% down. 14 cents. Is Regent partnered with any companies? That would be worth looking into, D. Curry. So far, very, very early days. Very hard to find any information on this right now. Just partnered with Base. Basically just, building on Base, connections with Base. So far, that's what we know. But good question, D. Curry. I probably would have answered that anyway if it was a gray. But hey, once again, very early days. Could die tomorrow. Maybe it's not even a relevant use case. But anyways, I have a chance at 1 million of these. Maybe I'll get it, right? Just skip a couple of coffees, right? Get 1 million and never think about it again, and not get the FOMO where I go like, but let me get 2 million so then I could cash out 1 million and then still have that other million, right? And then you go, let me get 4 million because then I could keep that 2 million and then I'll just cash out the other 2 million. But let me get, you know what? Let me get 10 million. And then I can keep 5 million and cash out another 5 million, right? I hate that. I hate that when that starts to happen. I feel like that, with cryptos that are in those like 4-0 ranges, right? You end up like throwing in more than you really need to, right? XPX, bro. XPX. Loving the big star, 0003. We asked for it. We got it, right? 0002. We got it, right? Let's go. Gee, that sounded like a cocktail, bro. AM Wood in the house. XPX, let's go, man. Proxima X, Sirius chain, right? One of the most slept on projects. Very hard to get, so it's understandable. Not many people, people want to hear about Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? They want to hear about Binance. They don't want to be hearing about CBDCs, right? They think that's completely centralized stuff. It's not going to be built on top of decentralized infrastructure or hybrid infrastructure at all. Right? Even though that there's other things that prove the contrary, right? It's looking like blockchains are the most suitable to effectively distribute, transfer, right? And transact with CBDCs. Fantastic. Effective means of creating, distributing, and transferring CBDCs. The 4 blockchains, the 4 X's, XPX, XRP, XLM, XDC, Tezos, guys, we got to talk about one of the 6 X's, right? Tezos, since we talked about it at what, 45 cents, has worked its way up, maybe 40 cents, worked its way up to 60 cents. How good is that? How good is that to if you were accumulating at 40 cents, 60 cent Tezos now? I can't wait for it to go to $1, right? I love its value under $1, but could have gone in with us in the deep reds right there when it was right across the board. Now it's making some gains into the 60 cent range. Better hurry on up with the XPX. There's already 66% gone. Dude, I know. It's effectively decentralized, right? Or effectively distributed, right? They're trying to keep this one super quiet here, XRP Papa. They're trying to keep it super quiet, right? And they're doing a good job. Nobody wants to look at it. Nobody wants to look at it, even though they can transact with it. We got our XPX wallet address in the chat. You can effectively send some XPX my way. Right? You can do a transaction and it will probably happen quickly, efficiently, cheaply. Right? We got both of our XPX wallet addresses right under there. It's just like any of these other, ledger transaction-based type of tokens. XPX just happens to be a full stack experience though, providing decentralized storage, providing decentralized streaming, right? Decentralized applications being able to build on it. Compliance up the wazoo, KYC natively in the protocol. Dragon Endeavor with Crew 11 splashdown was yesterday off San Diego. Moonfeather, gotta love that. I would love an $11 Dragon chain. That would be amazing. Or 11-cent Dragon chain, whichever, man. I'll take $11 though. Can't wait to stake that XPX like easily though. Hopefully they allow for some staking of XPX, man. Just making those possible million XPX. Just staking on top of it. Let's go. Hundreds of thousands. Let's go. Tens of thousands. Easy coffee money. Get 10,000 XPX. My gosh. 9 billion supply. XX network at less than 1 billion supply. Only privacy-focused crypto that meshes the metadata and has been chosen by the bank, Swiss National Bank, for privacy-focused CBDCs, for collaboration on Project Turbulent, right, with the BIS. Gotta love that. Let's see what else we got here. We talked IOTA, we talked DAG, OpenX. I mean, we talked about a good amount of cryptos here, guys. It's a shorter stream today. So, Jay, they needed a Sirius native, a Sirius BNB bridge in the MX wallet. Oh, dude, I hear you. Well, they said that they'll eventually allow for that swapping, but right now in beta, they're just trying to make sure that it at least works, right, before they start adding newer features. AM would. So I hear you, man. They definitely need that swap because I want to get my native. Right? I'm tired of accumulating this BNB backed XPX. I want the freaking real thing. I want the native, man, just like in the good old days when I was accumulating it on MXC. Dragon Endeavor equals Black Swan. Ooh. Something to do with the rockets. It's going to be something we can all gather behind, man. It's got to be a whole world, agreeing upon this shift. You're already having other parts of the world going completely cashless, man. Bank of Indonesia has strict cashless society agendas, right? AM Wood in the house. Can't wait for other features, man. Can't wait to use DeFi applications of theirs. They have a metaverse that's working. They have a good sandbox of a metaverse to show that it could work. Connections with Unity, I think. Or being able to play Unity-based games through their metaverse. That's pretty awesome. So I'm excited to see, they're proving that the sandbox works, right? They're proving right now, probably in this past year, their storage mainnet works. They've proven that their metaverse is still growing and, can still, maintain, right? They're showing that, it's well made for not only neo banking, not only for digital identity, right? But social media platforms. They're proving that it can do well in metaverses. Social media and metaverse are going to become married together. South Korea is moving. Dude, yeah. XRP. South Korea loves XRP, guys. South Korea knows something is up with XRP. You got North Korea hacking a bunch of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and you got South Korea going with XRP. That's all you got to look at. That's all you got to look at right there. South Korea doesn't want to be, nobody's going to want free. Dude, when they start finding out that so much Bitcoin and Ethereum is in freaking North Korea, they're going to be shifting real quick over to XRP. There's going to be so many holes, so many excuses for the major shift over to these, federal Byzantine agreement types of consensus, right? Very unique forms of consensus, other alternatives than Ethereum and Bitcoin. They're going to shift real quick. Iran dollar just went to zero. Dude, Iran has been going through it. What's Iran going to choose? Dude, imagine Iran. What would they choose? Moonfeather, what are they going to choose? They're going to choose Bitcoin. You're going to have North Korea and Iran freaking just owning so much Bitcoin, and China. You're going to allow that to happen, America? You're going to go with it? You're going to go wanting Bitcoin as well? Then you're freaking screwed. Can't wait, dude. Can't wait to see what's going to go down, man. There's so many catalysts lining up, right, to pick alternative forms of money transmission. Con in the house, got to go, Familia. Shout out to you, man. But anyways, guys, we got to be heading on out too. I appreciate everybody's support to the channel. Thanks for hitting the like. If we can get to 30 likes for the stream, that would be amazing. And I'm so grateful for everybody's support who's been jumping on in. Have a happy Friday. Wherever you are, I hope it goes well. I hope you guys have the best of times. Much love to all of y'all. Once again, in the description below, thanks for hitting start earning Bitcoin on the EMBER app. We also have the EMBER app referral code right there. Don't even have to watch the ad. You just, the moment the ad pops up, close the app, hit start earning Bitcoin again, and you're earning Satoshis for the next 24 hours. Lovely. We also have our wallet addresses in the description below, our LOBSTR wallet, our XPX wallets, our Coinbase ID, and such. But guys, thank you so much for jumping in for another episode and deep reds. So many opportunities, so many 000 cryptos, so many penny cryptos, so many multiple zero ranges. We're getting whole numbers always of digital assets. I am so grateful to y'all. Thank you, Blue Foundation. Thank you, Green Giants. And thank you, Deep Red Alliance. The future is distributed ledger technology, and the future is bright. Our future is bright. We got the golden eyes, and we keep it crypto. I'll see you guys in the Blue Castle. Much love. Adios.